ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां बुद्धये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। 104th class. Please repeat. वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते।
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते।
ननु जीवन्मुक्तः कः
ननु जीवन्मुक्तः कः
यथा देहोऽहं पुरुषोऽहं ब्राह्मणोऽहम्
यथा देहोऽहं पुरुषोऽहं ब्राह्मणोऽहम्
शूद्रोऽहम् अस्मि इति
शूद्रोऽहम् अस्मि इति
दृढनिश्चयः तथा नाहं ब्राह्मणः न शूद्रः
तथा नाहं ब्राह्मणः न शूद्रः
न पुरुषः
न पुरुषः
किन्तु असङ्गः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः प्रकाशरूपः
किन्तु असङ्गः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः प्रकाशरूपः
सर्वान्तर्यामी चिदाकाशरूपः अस्मि इति
सर्वान्तर्यामी आकाशरूप अस्मि इति
दृढनिश्चयरूप अपरोक्षज्ञानवान् जीवन्मुक्तः
दृढनिश्चयरूप अपरोक्षज्ञानवान् जीवन्मुक्तः
A Jivan Mukta is one who has the knowledge. Jnanavan Jivan Muktaha. Jnanavan means Jnani. Jnanam asya asti Jnani. The Jivan Muktaha as the Jnanam. Aham Devaha, Aham Purushaha, Aham Brahmanaha, Aham Shudraha. This is Ajnanam. Ajnanam is Jnana Virodhi. And Jnanam is Aham Asangaha, Swarupa of the Atma. Aham Asanga Atma, Sachidananda Swarupaha Atma, Prakasharupaha Atma, Ahameva Sarvantaryami Sarveshu Pranishu Stitaha Aham Chidakasharupaha. The strong vision, Paroksha Jnanam, the one who has is Jivan Muktaha. All the words of this line is important because each one negates a certain thing. Agam asangaha, asangatmaham, asangoham negates degoham, but ajnanam degoham. Atma is can never be touched by anything. Asangaha, sangaha. Sangha is that is why nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam bhavati bhavataha. If Sangha is, if Atma is Sangha, then it is available for association. It is available for perception. It can have association with perceptible objects. Therefore, it must be also be available for perception. It is not. That is why Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. Nainam Dahati Pavakaha. Achainam Kledayantyataha. Ashoshayati Marutaha. An Atma is Satchit Ananda. Lakshanam of Atma. Sat, that which is there in all the three periods of time. Things come and go. Jagat comes and go. Jagat keeps changing. It is Mithya. But Atma is Sat, that which is this Adhara, which is Adhisthana for everything. Like in the Drishtanta, the rope, which is the Adhara even for the snake. Rajju is Adya, Rajju is the Adhara. Sarpa is Adya, rope is Adhyastha. So for Adhyastha, Sarpa, the Adhara is Rajju. So the Rajju is there all the time. The Kale api tishtati, that is Satu. Chit Swarupaha, Chaitanya Swarupaha, and that is Ananda. Purnaha ityartaha, Anandaha. So therefore, Sachidananda Swarupaha, Atma is Sachidananda Swarupaha. When you say Aham Brahmanaha, no, that is only for the body. Body is not Atma because Atma is Asangaha. When body is not Atma, then all the identifications through the body, like Aham Brahmanaha, Aham Shudraha, Aham Bantaha, all those things are negated. Aham na Brahmanaha doesn't belong to any particular Varna or Ashrama. Aham Chitswarupaha. Aham na Shudraha. Aham Shudra is another Varna classification. Aham Ananda Swarupaha. Aham na Bandaha. Aham nityamuktaha. Aham na ajnani. Aham jnanavan prakashaswarupaha iti. Prakashaswarupaha chaitanyam iti. So aham prakashaswarupaha is jyoti. Jyotisham jyotihi. I am that which illumines everything. I am the illuminator of everything, but I don't need to be illuminated. Satasiddhaha. And I am the Karan, Jagat Karanam Ahamasmi. Ayeva Sakalam Jatam Naisarvam Pratishtitam. Naisarvam Layam Vyati. Tasmad Aham Brahma Eva Advayam Ahamasmi iti. Aham Karanam. As Karanam, I alone pervades the entire Jagat. Therefore, Jagataha Antaryami. I am the Karanam. As Karanam, I pervade the entire Jagat. Therefore, Aham Antaryami. And therefore, Aham, like Akasha, Akashavatu, like Akasha, Aham, all pervasive, Sarvavyapi. There is no place where I am not. Therefore, inside also myself, outside also myself. This Jagat is also myself, as Jagat Karanam, this Atma, which is the form of Chit Swarupa, as Antaryami in all the beings, it is myself. This knowledge, which is well entrenched, Dridhanishchayaha, firmly, Dridhanishchayaha, Jnana Nishta, the one who has Jnanam and the Nishta in that Jnanam, that person is called Jivan Muktaha. An important word, Aparoksha Jnanavan. From there we have to discuss. All these things we discussed in the previous class. And here, Aparoksha Jnanavan. Paroksha, Aparoksha, Nitya Paroksha. The last class we saw. So this Aparoksha Jnanavan, the word is important. Jnanam which is direct is called Aparoksha Jnanam. So Aparoksha, but before knowing Aparoksham, what is Pratyaksham? What is Paroksham? Pratyaksham is that which is available for which is available with you. Pratyaksha Pramanam. Pratyaksha Pramanam, Pratyaksha Pramanena, Pratyaksha Jnanam. Akshnaha Prati Pratyakshaha. Pratyaksha is that which is a jnanam, what you gain through the operation of your sense organs. Is the operation, is the Pratyaksha jnanam, is a jnanam gained through operating the Shrotra, Tvak, Chakshu, Rasana, Grana, Indriyas. Each Indriya meant for the perception of specific properties, attributes of the Indriya Vishaya. So Indriyani, Pratyaksha Indriyani, Pratyaksha Pramanani. And Pratyaksham also two types. Indriya Pratyaksham, Sakshi Pratyaksham. Sakshi Pratyaksham is that I'm angry, I'm hungry, and all the emotions are known to me. This is knowledge. This knowledge is not through any sense organ. It is as Sakshi, as witness, it is known to you. Whatever happening within your body or in your mind, everything is known to you. That is Sakshi Pratyaksham. That is also Pratyaksham only. But it is not through senses. So, therefore, that is Pratyaksham, that is Indriya Pratyaksham, which that is by which the Jnanam is gained through the operation of sense organs. And Sakshi Pratyaksham is that where there is no operation of sense organs. it is known to you. Sakshi Pratyaksha. And Sakshi as such, pure, Sakshi without being a Karta, Bhokta, what is Sakshi is, that is Swarupa of Atma. So everything is known to Atma. So this is Pratyaksham. When an object cannot be known through your perception through your sense organs, doesn't, that is when the object doesn't fall within the scope of your senses, it is outside your senses, because senses have limitation. Eyes can see only to a certain distance. Ears also can hear the sound which is coming from a certain distance. Beyond that, it cannot hear also. Therefore, when the object, Vishaya, doesn't come within the ambit of your senses, then that is Paroksha Jnanam. Then it is Paroksha. Like there is Swarga Loka. How do you know that there is a Loka called Swarga, Swarga Naraka, Adholoka, all the other Lokas? It is Paroksha Jnanam. Shastram only says Swarga Loka is there where Punyatma goes after Maranam. So, therefore, it is Paroksham. What Paroksham? Nitya Paroksham. It is always Paroksham. There are certain Paroksham which you can verify. In the Jagat, in the world, there are certain things which are Paroksham that you can verify later. That you can verify later by going to that place or by coming into contact with that object. You can verify for that. You can verify that jnana. You can verify the object for that knowledge. Whereas Sarga, etc., it will continue to be ever Paroksha. That is why Nitya Paroksha they are. Amarnath is there. How do you know? Even though we have not gone on a trip to Amarnath Yatra, but it is there, can be verified. That is Paroksha, subject to verification. Swarga, it can be, it is known, but not subject to verification. So therefore, that is Nitya Paroksha. So Paroksha, Nitya Paroksha, Pratyaksha iti. Can Atma be known through any of this? No. If Atma is available for Pratyaksha Pramanam through the operation of the sense organs, then Atma becomes limited. It becomes Sangaha. When it becomes limited, then it cannot be Satchidananda Swarupaha. So, therefore, Atma is not available for Pratyaksham. Can it be Aparoksham? No. That is also, it is not Paroksha that you need to verify. You have to go there and verify. Neither Nitya Paroksha, nor Paroksha. It is Nitya Aparoksha. All the time it is there. Aham iti. Therefore, it is always Aparoksha. Aparoksha Jnanam eva. This Jnanam is Aparoksha Jnanam. So, Aparoksha Jnanam is the Jnanam which is immediate. When it is immediate, therefore only it has to be known. Therefore, Jnanavan, one who has that knowledge, immediate knowledge, not indirect knowledge, not even direct knowledge, it is immediate knowledge. As it is myself. Therefore, Aham Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. This knowledge is Aparoksha Jnanam, and for which Veda is the Pramanam. Veda is a Pramanam for this Aparoksha Atma. Veda is a Pramanam for Paroksha Jnanam also. Veda is the Pramanam for even for Paroksha Jnana. How? Veda has got two parts, Veda Purva and Veda Anta. Vedanta deals with jnanam. Therefore, the last portion of the Veda, Vedanta, is a pramanam for aproksha jnanam of Atma. Whereas the first part of the Veda, Veda Purva, talks about Swarga and other lokas. Therefore, they are aparoksha jnanam. Because it is aparoksham, therefore, they are beliefs. They are beliefs. Because it is believed, not that it is illogical, or it can, because it is believed, we can dismiss, we cannot say, because Veda is a pramanam. Veda being a pramanam, therefore we cannot dismiss, we cannot disbelieve what Veda says. Swargaloka is there, Veda says. And that is subject to verification. How you have to go there. And going there, you won't be come back. And you cannot go with this body. And therefore, you cannot come back and tell it is there also. Surgaloka is there, you cannot tell. Therefore, but because it is not available for verification like any other paroksha vastu, paroksha objects. Therefore, we cannot say it is not there. Why? Because Veda being a pramanam. Since Veda says we accept Swarga Loka, the other lokas, Swarga, etc., these are there, we can't say. There is nothing wrong because Veda, we have Shraddha in the Veda. So therefore the knowledge, Swarga Lok, Sokaha Asti, even without verifying, without knowing, even the knowledge of the Loka, how do we have that? It is based on the description given in the Veda. And Veda being a Pramanam, therefore it is Pramana Praptam. Even the Jnanam of Swarga is Pramana Praptam. Therefore it is Aparoksha Jnanam. Veda as a Pramanam tells Swargaha Asti. Therefore it is Paroksham. Because we don't see it, because it is not available for our Pratyaksham, therefore only Paroksham. Since we accept Veda as a Pramanam, therefore this Paroksha Pramanam, the Paroksha Jnanam is also accepted. This knowledge, here we need to understand, this knowledge is different from the knowledge which are gained through Anumana Pramanam. What is Anumana Pramanam? Parvataha Vanniman Dhumavatvat. When we say the mountain is on fire, the mountain has fire. This is inference based on the Pratyaksha Jnanam of smoke. There you see the smoke. Parvataha Vanniman. Why? Dhumavatvat. Because you see the smoke, therefore you infer fire. Therefore it is verifiable. But in the case of Swarga, it is not like that. Swarga is not verifiable. The fire, what you inferred, is verifiable because you see the smoke. Smoke is the hetu by which the fire is inferred. But Swarga is not verifiable. There is no hetu by which we can know the Swarga. It is purely a belief. Purely a belief. And the belief is, it is not a harmful belief. Nothing harm in believing that there is Swarga. We don't say Swarga is permanent. If Swarga is permanent, like other religions say, then there is a problem. Swarga as a loka, like this loka, Bhuloka, Swarga as a loka, a place where jivas go and live, experience, and it is subject to all limitations, then there is no problem. As there are other planets, similarly, Swarga is also another place. There is nothing wrong in believing that it is also subject to limitations. Fine, no problem. But to say Swarga is permanent, it is Nityam, then only there is a problem. So, if, therefore, it is not a belief without any reason. It is a belief based on reasoning, based on some logical reasoning. Therefore, that belief only we can believe. That belief which is not which doesn't stand reasoning. That we cannot accept, that only we dismiss. And here Veda being a Pramanam, we are giving the status of being a Pramanam to Veda. Therefore, we call it as Jnanam. What Jnanam? Paroksha Jnana. The knowledge of Swarga is Paroksha Jnana. To verify whether it is true, you have to give up the body. Therefore, we call it as Nitya Paroksham. It will always be Paroksham, Nitya Paroksham. It can never become Pratyaksha. Therefore, we say it is Shraddha. This Jnanam is based on Shastram, therefore Shraddha. But here, Jagat Karanam Brahma, Ishvaraha Asti. First we say it is Ishvaraha, the creator of this Jagat is there. Is it like, it is Ishvaraha, the creator of this Jagat is there. Where is he? Is it a belief? It is Shraddha. It is Jnanam. It is Jnanam based on Shraddha. Even if you call it as a Jnanam, Ishvara Jnanam, it is Shraddha. Shraddha in Swarga can be verified by going to Swarga Loka. Shraddha in Swarga Loka. Shraddha on whether Swarga Loka exists can be verified by going there. But Shraddha in Ishvara, Shraddha in Brahma, Shraddha in Atma, that starting with the Shraddha and further we do inquiry, Vichara, and finally discover. Therefore, this Shraddha is different. Shraddha in Swargaloka and Shraddha in this Aparoksha Atma, Jagat Karanam Jagat Karanam Brahma, that Shraddha is different. That Shraddha in Swargaloka, that is based on that is based on Shastra. And Shraddha in the Aparoksha Atma also based on Shastra. But there's a difference between the two. One is Nitya Paroksham, other one is Aparoksham. If you say Aham Brahma Asti, that is Paroksha Jnana. That is Paroksham. But when you say Brahma Asmi, Jagat Karanam Brahma Aham Asmi, that is Aparoksha Jnana. Jagat Karanam Brahma Asti is Paroksha Jnanam. That Paroksha Jnanam can be converted to Aparoksha Jnanam when you understand that Jagat Karanam Brahma Aham Asmi. Whereas Swargaloka, it is not like that. Swargaloka cannot be you. It is Paroksha, but Paroksha, it remains always Paroksha only. Whereas here, Brahma Asti, in the beginning, Brahma Asti only. Brahma Asti, that is Paroksha Jnana, because Shastra says, Swargaha Asti, Brahma Asti, Paroksha Jnanam. But Swarga will remain ever Paroksha only, Nitya Paroksha. Whereas that Brahma, Jagat Karanam Brahma, Aham Asmi, that Paroksha Jnanam, that can be converted to Aparoksha Jnanam. That is Jnanam. So therefore, this Jnanam, this knowledge, the one who has Aparoksha Jnanavan, that is why Aparoksha Jnanavan. Paroksha Jnanavan is the one who has the knowledge that Brahma is. That is Paroksha Jnanavan. With regard to Brahma, that Brahma Ahamasmi, the Swarupa of me is that which is the Jagat Karanam. That knowledge is Aparoksha Jnanavan. So therefore, Satyam Jnanam Brahma is Atma, and Atma is self-evident. Atma is Brahma, and Atma being Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, therefore it is not Samsari. This knowledge of Atma is Nitya Aparoksham. It is ever Aparoksham. It is Nitya Aparoksham. There is no point where you can miss Atma because it is you. And this Atma is Brahma, that is Pramana Praptam, Shastra Pramana Praptam, this knowledge that Brahma is myself, that is now and here itself. Therefore, there is no indirect knowledge of myself. It is now here. Even when you say Aham Samsari, that knowledge is aparoksham. Though the knowledge is wrong, but still it is aparoksham. Because Aham is there. You cannot miss Aham, Atma. Always it is aparoksham. How can Aham be aparoksham? How can Aham be paroksham? It is always aparoksham. This Atma is directly experienced by you. Experienced by you means not as an object. In every perception, Atma is there. That's why it's called aparoksha anubhuti. There is a grantha written by Shankaracharya, Prakarana grantha called aparoksha anubhuti. Aparoksha anubhuti. Anubhuti means experience. Experience of Atma. How Atma can be experienced? It is not an object. It means in every perception, Atma is there. That is what aparoksha anubhuti. In the presence of Atma only, all perceptions are possible. So therefore, aparoksha, nitya aparoksham we say. So how we slowly coming from, graduating from pratyaksha, paroksha, nitya paroksha, then aparoksha, then nitya aparoksha, this aparoksha jnanavan. So therefore, Atma is nitya aparoksha. In every perception, Atma is, without which there is no perception. It doesn't mean Atma is available for pramanam, indriya pramanam. Indriyas are indriyas because of Atma. Even though when you say aham samsari, that is wrong knowledge. Even with regard to the confused knowledge of this Atma being samsari, that knowledge also it is direct knowledge only, but that knowledge is wrong. That is why we need right knowledge, samyak darshanam. For a Jivan Mukta, this knowledge, Agam Brahma Asmi, that is all the time it is there. Therefore, he never considers himself to be a limited person, not a samsari, aparoksham. Therefore, aparoksha jnanavan, Jivan Muktaha. When a Jivan Mukta discovers that Agam Sachit Anandaha, he becomes free. That's called Jivan Muktaha, Jivan Eva Muktaha. It doesn't mean that body will disappear. Then it becomes when the Jivan Mukta discovers this fact, Agam Sachit Ananda Swarupaha, when he has his Jnanam, even before Jnanam also, Atma was there and Atma is now. Before Jnanam, he thought Atma was a samsari. Agam Degaha, Agam Purushaha, Brahman. Now he knows Agam Asangaha, Sachidananda Swarupaha. He continues, the body continues to be there. The body of a Jivan Mukta doesn't disappear because of this. Atma being Nitya, Aparoksha, now he has got Samyak Darshanam, clear knowledge, clear understanding of what Atma is. What I am is known to you, the person. We discover that in spite of having this body mind sense complex, Agam Muktaha, Agam free. That is called Jivan Eva Muktaha. This Sharira, Mana, Sangata, they are the Karanani, they are the instruments. They cannot bind this Ever Mukta Atma, Nitya Mukta Atma. They are considered to be the causes of bondage because there is a wrong conclusion based on experiences. Now, when all the experiences are negated in the wake of this knowledge, the same body mind sense complex, which were considered to be the sources of bondage before, now that would become a luxury for Jivan Mukta. That would become a luxury. This body is a luxury, mind is a luxury. This having a big house, car is not luxury. For a Jivan Mukta, this body itself is a luxury. That is the difference between Jnani and Ajnani. Ajnani looks for luxury through the gaining of the objects of the world. Whereas for a jnani, this shariram itself is a luxury. This mind itself is a luxury. The senses are the luxury. Is not bound by the luxurious things. This body, mind, senses is ever contented. Atmatriptaha, atmaratihi, atmanyeva santushtaha, tasya karyam na vidyate. Therefore, the difference between the jnani and ajnani. With body, mind, senses, we suffer. We suffer most of the time. Whereas for jnani, it is a luxury. With body is free. Without body also is free. Body being nitya, it cannot bind the this mukta atma. He knows that Agam Brahma, I am Brahma in the form of this body, mind, sense complex. Therefore, they do not limit me. When the pot is told that you are clay, the pot is the ajnana ghata, the pot is ignorant. It is told that you are clay. What happens to the pot? The pot doesn't disappear. The pot enjoys its original nature being clay. If the pot wants to become clay, then also the pot has got some serious problem. The pot need not become clay. It is in fact clay all the time. So pot is clay only. Can pot become clay? Without clay, where pot is? In fact, it has not become pot at all. It cannot become. Pot doesn't exist apart from clay. Therefore, where is pot? Pot really speaking, not that. If pot realizes that I have not become pot, if I have become pot, if I have not become pot, how can I become clay? I don't have to become clay. I am clay all the way. I am clay only. My swarupa is clay only. Similarly, here also you don't have to become. You don't have to become jivan. You don't have to become jnani. You are jnani. You are atma. You don't have to become atma. You don't have to become atma. You are atma all the time. Becoming is samsara. That is why becoming involves karma. Karma means samsara. This there is no becoming in this. It is atma. It is jnanam all the way. Therefore, the pot should be told. You don't need to become clay. No becoming business. You are already clay. But I am a pot. Oh, the pot can ask, I'm a pot. I'm just a pot. Then we have to say that is because of Maya. That is because of Maya Upadhi. You become as though a pot. You think as though you become a pot. When you become a pot, you have got utilities. You can hold water. Therefore, a pot which enjoys being a pot, but at the same time knows that I am clay, that is Mukta Ghataha, the Ghata is free. Similarly, a Jiva also. The Jiva can become free while living, even though Jiva is ever free. Because he has got the Shariram, this Upadhi, doesn't bind him. As the pot need not become clay. Similarly, this Atma also, this Atma need always Atma only, need not become Atma, it cannot become. Because this Nama Rupa Upadhi is Mithya. It is Mithya. It has got some utility. Like the pot has got some utility. It can hold water. Similarly, this Upadhi, because of karma, it has come. So it has got some utility in the form of doing thing, enjoying things. At the same time, not having kartritum, bhoktritum. That is jnanam. So therefore, the jiva becomes free while living. And this freedom is right now available. It is here and now. It is here and now. This therefore Jivan Mukta is possible only when there is the knowledge of Advaitam Brahma. Advaitam Brahma. When you have this knowledge, Advaitam, Aham Advaitam Brahma, then you become Jivan Muktaha. You become free. Jivaneva Muktaha. You don't have to become free. You are already free. That you realize you become free. So therefore, there is no going to any place and getting moksha. It is here and now. Jivan Muktaha. While living is free, and after the fall of the body, he continues to be free. The idea is Atma is ever free. The Virodha Jnanam of the Virodha Jnanam, the opposite knowledge with regard to Atma, to be nullified by the right knowledge. Atma being ever Nitya Aparoksham, when that is understood, it is understood. When it is understood, then you become free. You become free from the shackles of this wrong knowledge, and that is samsara. Now, after this, the author wants to elaborate the topic of Jivan Mukta, same Jivan Mukta through the topic of karma. The connection is Jivan Mukti Palam. Jivan Mukti Palam. Jivan Mukti Palam, by connecting the Palam to karma. That is moksha from the hold of karma. That is the next topic. We will read the next line. Brahmaivaha aham asmi. Brahmaivaham asmi iti.
Brahmaivaham
Aham
asmi iti
asmiti
Aparoksha jnanena.
aparoksha
aparokshajnanena
jnanena
Kila karma bandha vinirmuktaha syat.
nikhila
nikhila
karma
karma
bandha
bandha
vinirmukta
vinirmuktaha
syat.
syat.
This line also is important. When we say Proksha Jnanaman Jivan Muktaha, then what happens to karma? Then question comes. That is being clarified. Nikila karma bandha vinirmuktaha syat. By Aparoksha Jnanam, by immediate knowledge, the knowledge that Aham Brahma Asmi, one becomes free from the bondage of all the karmas. Nikila. Nikila means the complete, entire, all the karmas. Nikila karma. Bandha, the bondage. Vinirmuktaha becomes free. Syat. By what? Aparoksha jnanena. Brahma eva aham asmi iti aparoksha jnanam. That is the jnanam, aparoksha jnanam, by the immediate knowledge. Nikila karma and the vinirmuktaha syat. He becomes free from the hold of all the karmas. Who is Jivan Muktaha? That is a topic. So, Jivan Muktaha, vinirmuktaha syat. From what? From Nikila karma banta. How? Aproksha jnanena. What is that aproksha jnanam? Brahma eva agam asmi iti. Here, the word karma has a technical meaning. Karma doesn't mean the kriya, the action here. That is going to be explained later. The next topic is karma. We are going to discuss karma, 3 types of karma. So, vinirmuktaha, freedom from karma. Freedom from karma is karma bandha vinirmuktaha. Is freedom from ajnanam, freedom from ignorance. Vinirmuktaha. When he becomes free from ajnanam, he becomes free from that which are the source of ajnana. That is the meaning. When a person, when the Jivan Mukta becomes free from ajnanam, when a jnani becomes, when a jnani becomes, jnani is one who has got jnanam, so he is free from ajnanam. What does it mean? He becomes free from that which are the sources of ajnana. Ajnana karyatapi vinirmuktaha syat. He becomes free from that which are the sources of ajnanam also. What are those ajnana karyam? This kartrutvam, aham karta, that is one ajnana karyam. Karyam meaning product. Aham karta, that kartrutvam is the product of ajnanam. Aham karta, aham bhokta, all these are the products. Aham brahmanaha, shudraha, all these are products. Kartrutvam is the sense of doership. Aham karta iti abhimanam. When kartrutvam is there, bhoktrutvam also will be there. Bhoktrutvam is the sense of enjoyership. Doership, enjoyership. When I am the karta, I am the bhokta. Karma pala bhokta. I do karma, therefore I enjoy the karma pala bhokta. I am the doer and I am the enjoyer of the actions. If my actions are good, if it is punya karma, then I enjoy good results. That's called punyam. Results of my karma which are good. If my actions are not good, bad, then I enjoy negative results, papam. Enjoy meaning experience. You experience as you do. The experience of the results of action are based on action. For the sake of you, someone cannot enjoy the results. You are the karta. You have to enjoy. You have to reap the result. The results of action are in the form of different types of punya and papa. There are gradations. There are gradations in punya and papa. It's not just one type. There are a lot of pleasant situations. In the world. The situations are of different types. Enjoying comfortable lifestyle, that is punya. Enjoying the food, enjoying good sleep, that is another great punya. People who have punya only will enjoy good sleep. And there are difficult situations also. That is because of papam. So the experience, any experience, it's because of this papa punya. And this Jivan Mukta, who is aproksha jnanavan, is he also bound by this papa punya? No, he is free from punya papas. Why? Because he is not a karta anymore. Therefore, he is not a bhokta. Therefore, he is not responsible for any karma, any action. Since the products of ajnanam also gets destroyed, it means aham karta, aham bhokta, that also gets destroyed along with the ajnanam. In the wake of jnanam gets destroyed. Therefore, there is no kartrutvam, there is no bhoktrutvam. He has no sense of doership, no sense of enjoyership. Therefore, he is free from the sense of guilt and hurt. Free from the sense of guilt and hurt. Kartrutvam is a cause for guilt. Kimaham sadhuna karabam, kimaham akarabam iti. The cause for guilt. Bhoktrutvam is a cause for hurt. So he is free from guilt and hurt. When you engage in action, you cannot avoid this guilt and hurt. The Jivan Mukta is free from both because he has no kartrutvam and no bhoktrutvam. Because Atma is free, therefore he is free because he is Atma. He is Purnaha. That is the immediate result, immediate jnanam. The immediate result of this knowledge, jnanam, is that he becomes free from the sense of doership and enjoyership. From ajnanam karyam also he becomes free. Not that he gets jnanam now and this ajnana karyam gets destroyed later. That moment itself, everything is destroyed. All the ajnanam with regard to Atma and the products of ajnanam, everything gets destroyed. This is one type of phalam, the result of the jnanam gained by the Jivan Mukta. Then he also becomes free from the karma which has been accumulated over many janmas. Jivan Mukta, before becoming a jnani, he was a ajnani only, a jiva only, who had taken many janmas, and therefore he had accumulated many janmas. He would have done a lot of karma, and therefore he would have accumulated papa punya. So, therefore, what happens to those karma pala, papa punya? The question comes. Jivan Mukta also was a jiva before. was a jiva who had punarjanma. A jiva has punarjanma, like any jiva. A jiva has punarjanma. It comes and goes. Punarapi jannam, punarapi mananam, maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shaganam iti. A jiva has got countless janma, therefore countless karma. Not only in this life, in all the countless previous janma, he had done lot of karma and papa punya he had gained. A jiva had gained. Now, all the karmas which are standing in the account of a jiva, they are called karmani, Bhagavachanam, because many karmas are there. Now, here the author says, this jivan muktaha, the jiva which has become free now, jivan muktaha, because of this aproksha jnanam, nikhila karma bandha vinirmuktaha syat, he is freed from the bondage of all the types of karmas. Nikhila karma, that is like Nikhila karma. The word is important. Nikhila karma. All, a complete. Nikhila karma means all forms of karma. The author will talk about the different types of karma which can bind a jiva. Which can bind a jiva. When knowledge is not there, it can bind a jiva. As long as a jiva is under the hold of ajnanam, he cannot escape from these karmas. The jiva is bound in two ways. Not knowing one's essential nature, taking oneself to be this body, mind, sense complex. That is taking anatma to be atma. That is the main cause of samsara. That is one thing. Ajnanam is a bandha karanam. In the wake of jnanam, ajnanam which is in the form of taking anatma to be atma or atma to be anatma, that goes away. This is one type of this is one type of this bandha. Because of ajnanam only, jiva becomes karta, bhokta. Therefore, when he considers himself to be a karta, he has to reap the results of the action as a bhokta. Therefore, in the wake of jnanam, what happens? The ajnanam, which was in the form of taking atma to be karta, bhokta, that also goes away. He becomes free. Atma being akarta, bhokta, in the wake of jnanam, that goes away. He becomes in the wake of jnanam, aham karta, bhokta, that ajnanam goes away. He becomes free. But the same atma becomes limited when it becomes karta and bhokta. Being a karta, jiva is bound by karma. When he is a karta, he cannot avoid being a bhokta. When he is a karta, he cannot avoid being a bhokta. Therefore, the one who has kartritvam is a jiva, limited jiva. Now, there is a certain idea among people that if you exhaust all your karmas, then only you will become free. If you exhaust all your karma, then only will you become free. But karmas are limitless. Karmas are limitless because anadi janma kalat. So many karmas have been done. Therefore, to reap the karma pala of all the karmas done in so many countless janma, and also you keep increasing your karma in this janma, you cannot become free from karma. You can never become free from karma. Therefore, the idea that you become free once you exhaust all karma, that will not work. Your janma is anadi, beginningless. From the beginningless janma, you have been doing karma. And we don't know what karma will fructify when. Next moment, what karma will fructify, we don't know. And still, a lot of karmas waiting to be fructified. And we do karma also. Therefore, exhaustion of all karmas leading to moksha, that is not a good proposition. To exhaust all karmas, you need countless janma. In countless janmas, you have done many karma. Therefore, you need countless janmas to exhaust all the karmas. So, in all the countless janmas, you will be doing karma, which will produce karma pala, which again you have to experience. To experience a karma which you have done in countless janmas, you have to take countless janma, and in all those janma you will be doing karma, which will produce karma pala. Again, that will be added to your account, which you have to experience. Therefore, you have to take janma again again and again to reap those karma phala. Therefore, it becomes a cycle. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam iti. You cannot get out of the cycle by being a karta and bhokta. As long as you are karta and bhokta, you become a samsari, get caught in this cycle. Now, karma vinir moksha. Therefore, karma vinir moksha, when we say karma vinir muktaha, karma vinir moksha, freedom from karma, it is not possible. Then how is it possible? Then how this jivan mukta, we say karma bandha vinir muktaha, nikila karma bandha vinir muktaha. You can remove only the basic ignorance. Ajnanam can be removed by knowing Agam Atma, that Ajnana Nivritti. Once you know that you are Atma, then you cannot become Karta, you cannot become Bhokta. This Ajnana Karyam also is removed. Therefore, when Ajnana Karyam is removed, Karma Bandha Vinir Muktaha Syat. Karma Bandha Vinir Muktaha Syat. Without doing anything really, no action on your part, you remove all the karmas which have accumulated from the beginningless Janma, which are accumulated. So those karmas, now whatever you have done, Papa Punya, that will get destroyed the moment you have this Jnanam, Agam Karta, Agam Abhokta. Only when you have Kartrutvam, Bhoktrutvam, those karma, we are bound by that karma. Now you have got Jnanam, therefore you are Akarta, Abhokta. Therefore, those karmas cannot bind you anymore. It is something like a dreamer. A dreamer in the dream performs varieties of actions. Varieties of action, both right action and wrong action in the dream. Right action will have punyam and wrong action will have papam. So this swapna purusha, having done lot of karma, now he wakes up. Now this swapna purusha, this person, the dreamer, he wakes up. When he wakes up, this swapna purusha, the dreamer wakes up and the dream is false. Now when he wakes up, with regard to waking stage, the dream stage is the dream state is falsified. The dreamer is nothing but is a projection. A dream is nothing but a projection of the impressions of the waking state. So in the dreamer was there. In the dreamer was there. In the waking state, waker is there. So when the person wakes up, the dreamer is falsified. The dreamer, who is nothing but a projection on the part of the waker, is falsified. The dreamer is negated when the waker is up. When the waker wakes up, the dreamer is negated. When the Swapna Purusha, the dreamer is falsified, then whatever the karma he had done in the dream, all the karmas done by the Swapna Purusha also, along with its karma pala, is falsified. For the karma done by the Swapna Purusha in the Swapna, for the karma done by the Swapna Purusha, the dreamer in the dream, you cannot hold the waker to be responsible, because the waker is in the waking prapancha, it's a different world. And in the dream he had done, but a dreamer now he had woken up to the reality, Vyavaharika reality. Therefore, when the Swapna Purusha is falsified, falsification is by waking up to the waking state. All the karma done by the dreamer, what will happen to the karma pala? They get falsified. When the dreamer itself is falsified, then what happened to the karma? The karma is falsified. Swamiji used to give an example. A person has got three wives. Three wives he has got. Now, when the person dies, all the three becomes widow simultaneously. Not that each one will become widow later at different times. Same time simultaneously they become widow. So similarly, when the Similarly, when the person becomes a jnani, that this all the karma phala, whatever he had accumulated, the countless janma, they are falsified. They are falsified. What karma? All the sanchita karma. Therefore, there are three types of karma: prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, and agami karma. Why should we talk about karma here? We have come to the end of the text. The jnanam is going to be over. Why we should talk about karma? Because nikila karma with bandha vinirmuktaha syat, when it comes, then we have to talk about karma. When he becomes free from karma, when we say, then what are the types of karma? What are all the types of karma and what all the karmas gets falsified? We have to know. If all the karma gets falsified, then the jivan mukta, the person also disappears. His karma is not there. Karma alone makes him move in the world. When karma is not there, then he will not survive. Karma is a factor which makes him live, which makes him live in the world. After jnanam, if karma is not there, then what will happen? He will not sustain in the world. Prarabdha karma is there. That alone makes him continue this life. The prarabdha karma, which has already been started, that alone is cause. That alone is the cause, the reason for the jivan mukta to continue this life till the natural death comes. So therefore, we need to talk about the karma. When we say all karma get destroyed, then what about the prarabdha karma? Then we should know what is prarabdha karma, what is prarabdha karma, what is sanchita karma, what is agami karma. So therefore, the topic of karma is going to be the next one. That is a connection. The author beautifully connects by saying one word, nikila karma. Then the shishya will ask, what is that karma? What are the types of karma? Then karma have to be talked about. How this jivan mukta becomes free from all the karmas. That is going to be the next discussion under the topic karma. We will see that. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.